Good morning. What's up, everybody? How are we all doing this morning? Good morning, Carlos, German, J Dubs, J Casper, Lance, Marcos, Oskitar, Sophie, Izvinit, my man Taj. Oh, I share the same with you on Twitter, so I'm not gonna go over that one specifically since you already covered it. I do want to mention one thing. It is expected that potentially today they can announce a new stimulus deal, right? And regardless of whatever we think about it, the stimulus deal, that coming out, could potentially create a rally in the stock market. If it doesn't come out, right, if we start going into the afternoon and there's just no update on it, just be aware that the market could be very sensitive to that. So couple that with the economic news that just came out this morning, right? Retail sales were 3 times worse than expected, right? So the U.S. consumer right now is not spending money. The job losses and the permanent jobs that have been lost are finally showing in the data, in the economic data. So the stock market is going to be extremely sensitive to it. Right now, the stock market overall is priced for perfection. It's priced for a strong, rebound from this shutdown that we've had in our economy. They're comparing this to a rebound like the Roaring 20s, right? And we're waiting on stimulus. The stock market is currently banking on stimulus is going to occur. Is banking on that the Fed is still going to be accommodative. Which brings me to another point. Later today, the Federal Reserve is going to be coming out and giving their update. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen today. Today is going to be a very volatile day. And speaking of volatility, look at the VIX. The VIX is the volatility index. And if you guys do not follow it, I highly recommend that you follow it. Because look, this morning it was at 22.62 and it popped straight up to 23.16. So that increased volatility can accelerate sell-offs, but it can also accelerate rallies. Because the VIX does not directly correlate with sell-offs, it actually just correlates with the amount of volatility that there is in the market. So anything above 30 is danger zone, but if you pull up a 1-year chart, ever since the pandemic occurred, we've never broken below 20. So the VIX is still elevated, there's still a lot of volatility in the market, but as day traders, that's what we want. We want volatility because that's how we make money. If the market is super calm, if the waters are very, they're not moving, there's not a lot of waves happening, it's going to be very difficult for us to make money. So this is a perfect environment for us. Just be aware of all the background noise and all the other factors that are going to impact the markets, especially on a day like today. So for that very reason, I'm going to keep an eye on the S&P 500. If we get news that the stimulus deal was locked and loaded and the Republicans and Democrats came up with a deal, I'm going to buy calls on the S&P 500 because this thing is going to rally. More money that's getting pumped into the economy, the stock market loves it. So the S&P 500 is one that I'm going to closely follow. Another stock, I already said Twitter, but Taj already covered that. FUBU, F-U-B-O. FUBU is a stock that received a price target upgrade, I believe for $40. Let me just make a quick reference on it. Yep, for $40 from Wedbush. I like FUBU. It's setting up a bull flag formation in pre-market. If it breaks out of 27.68, I'm going to buy 28 calls. We take this sucker long. So if it trades below 27.40, I'm going to wait for that setup. If we do take it long and it just reverses on us, I'm going to put stops at 27.40. So that's my plan with FUBU. Twitter, my plan is if it breaks out at 54.89, we go long it. We're going to have to put our stops at 54.30. If it sells off and creates a nice reversal candle, we can go long, put stops at low a day. So I like that one. Another stock that I like is Snap. JP Morgan raised this to $60. And right now, it's gapping up. It was holding a nice bull flag, but then just sold off a little bit. So if Snap breaks out of $52, I'm going to go long with 53 calls. And we have some overhead resistance at 52.43. Next resistance after that is 53. Next after that is 53.30. And then we go to 54. I'm not saying Snap is going to go to 54 today, but I'm just identifying the key levels where I believe it has some challenges to break out of. But if we get some good volume and good buyers to come in, this might go for a run today. Another stock that I really like is Activision, ATVI. I actually put it in the swing channel. I think this stock is not only a day trade opportunity, I think this is also a swing opportunity. So pull up a 1-year chart. This thing is ready to break out, right? And on the swing channel, if you guys take a look, which you all have access to, JP Morgan raised it to $101. JP Morgan is a tier 1 firm. Look at the chart. It looks like it's primed to break out. So the only problem with ATVI today is that it's extremely low volume in pre-market. What I mean by low volume, barely anybody is trading it in pre-market. So we're going to have to wait for that morning action to see what the setup is. But keep an eye on the 52-week high with ATVI. 52-week high is 87.73. We are right there, guys. We are 50 cents away. If this breaks out of 52-week highs, we are going to all-time highs, 88 plus, right? So if you want to take this swing, I actually recommend that you give yourself 2-3 weeks of expiration on the call options. Buy some 88 calls, buy some 90 calls, whichever one you prefer, and have your stop loss, I would say, at 84. If it falls below 84, cut it for a loss because the momentum would have slowed down a bit. So that's my idea with ATVI. We also have an IPO today. I told you today's gonna be very busy. So Wish, W-I-S-H, is an IPO today. Oversubscribed IPO, which means that there was a lot of demand for the IPO. And you guys know me, I love trading IPOs. I normally trade on the 5-minute candle, but for the IPOs, I trade on the 1 minute, and I love getting in with quick money on IPOs. You guys remember Airbnb? We nailed it in 5 minutes. I'm not saying Wish is going to be a slam dunk. I don't know how it's going to act today, but a fresh new IPO brings optimism into the market. The only problem with plain IPOs is that you cannot trade with options. You have to buy the equity outright. So at the moment, the IPO is priced at $24. So for every 100 shares that you buy, you would need $2,400 of capital. Okay. There are some other names that Taj mentioned. I like AMD. I want to keep AMD on my B list. If AMD can break out, and if we see a nice run, especially, I like what it's doing right here actually. So if we see a nice pop and it breaks out of 97.44 and then we test 97.67, I think we can test yesterday's highs of 97.98. Is that yesterday's highs? Yes, 97.98. So keep an eye on AMD because that momentum is real and we all nailed it yesterday, so I really like it. The other name, I do like Taj's analysis on Apple. Apple is selling off a little bit, so what we'll have to do for Apple, for me personally, I would want to see Apple reclaim 127.88 before I get interested in it. But if it keeps selling off, then I just won't touch it. If we break out of 127.88, I would want to see it test to 128.60. And if it breaks 128.60, oh boy, we're going to 129, maybe even 130. So I like Apple a lot. And yeah, that, I think when it comes to my A list, and when I say my A list, the top stocks that I'm going to really focus on, it's going to be FUBU, it's going to be Twitter, ATVI, the IPO, Wish, Snap, and the S&P 500. All the other names that we mentioned, Taj and I share a lot of the names that we like today. Those are going to be on my B list, right? So what I recommend for you guys, we just literally went over like, I don't know, it seems like more than 10 different stocks. Pick your favorite plays that we just went over because it's impossible as humans to follow 10, 20 different stocks. Pick your top 4, pick your top 5, and mark your charts and just get ready for it. When those levels trigger, right? The levels that we identify, when they trigger, you know what to do, right? We'll do our best to follow it live and to guide everybody as we always do. But if something flies under our nose, you know what to do because we've already done the pre-market analysis, right? So with that being said, we've got a couple minutes before the market opens. I have been recording this pre-market analysis so that we can post it on YouTube, and this will serve as a reference point for anybody that wants to kind of review the pre-market analysis. It could serve as a good study material, and also this gives people opportunity to kind of check us out to see what we're about in pre-market. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in, everybody.